Herzlich willkommen bei Tourismus. Hier stelle ich, Svenja Hecht, euch tolle Themen, wunderschöne Reiseziele und Geschichten auf den Punkt gebracht vor. Wir gehen rein in unsere Themen.
Namibia offers a serene refuge for tourists looking for quiet, a vibrant cultural heritage, and a strong commitment to peace. Time stands still in this enchanting land, where the rhythms of nature and the warmth of the African sun conspire to slow down the pace of life. Space. The Namib Desert is a haven for astronomers, with some of the brightest skies on the planet. Watch the sunset over towering dunes, and then gaze up at the star-filled night sky, feeling the vastness of the universe unfold before you. Peace. Serenity in a world gone mad. From the gentle rustle of the desert grasses to the soothing sounds of the Atlantic Ocean, every moment in this country is an opportunity to unwind and reconnect with nature. Take a leisurely drive through the rolling hills of the Khomas Hoogland, or stroll drive along the peaceful shores of Etosha Pan National Park and let your worries melt away. Time. A journey through ancient landscapes. Namibia's rich history and diverse cultures are waiting to be discovered. Visit ancient rock art sites, where centuries-old paintings tell stories of long-forgotten civilizations. Practical information. Best time to visit. Namibia is an all-year destination, but from May to October, peak sessions for game, landscape viewing, and many other activities. November to March, for mostly surfing and swimming. Accommodation, ranging from luxury lodges to budget-friendly guest houses and camping sites. Safety. Safer than most African countries, but familiarize yourself with the Namibia Tourism Board safety brochure at the website www.visitnamibia.com. So why wait? Book your trip to Namibia today. www.visitnamibia.com NA.
Der Schutz von Touristen steht nun unter direkter nationaler Polizeikommandatur. Grund ist die vorübergehende Überführung der Tourismusschutzeinheit in das Büro des Generalinspektors, um die Koordination, Führung und einheitliche Absicherung von touristischen Einrichtungen in ganz Namibia zu stärken. Polizeigeneralinspektor Joseph Chikongo kündigte dies am Dienstag beim Debriefing am Israel Patrick Iyambo Police College in Windhoek an, das nach der erfolgreichen landesweiten Kriminalitätspräventionsaktion vom 30. Januar bis zum 1. Februar 2026 stattfand. Die erfahrene Polizistin, Chief Inspector Christina van Dunem-Davonsek, wurde mit der Leitung der Einheit betraut. Chikongo betonte, dass dieser Schritt die Bedeutung des Tourismus als strategische Säule der namibischen Wirtschaft unterstreicht und auf den wachsenden Bedarf an spezialisierter, koordinierter Absicherung von Touristen, touristischer Infrastruktur und Aktivitäten reagiert. Die vorübergehende Umstrukturierung tritt sofort in Kraft. Die Tourismusschutzeinheit steht damit unter direkter nationaler Aufsicht, was eine bessere Koordination, eine einheitliche Vorgehensweise an touristische Standorten und eine stärkere Führung auf nationaler Ebene gewährleisten soll. Wir machen weiter mit den Hegegebieten in der Sambesi und der Kavango-Region, denn dort hängen die Hegegebiete nach wie vor stark von der Trophäenjagd ab. Fortschritte bei der Diversifizierung in Tourismus, nicht holzbasierte Waldprodukte oder andere wertschöpfende Projekte bleiben begrenzt. Das geht aus einem Bericht des Parlamentarischen Ausschusses für Naturressourcen hervor, der die Regionen Sambesi, Kavango Ost und Kavango West vom 11. bis zum 15. August 2025 besucht hatte. Ziel der Reise war die Bewertung der Hegegebiete im Rahmen der Community-Based Natural Resource Management Programms und ihr Beitrag zu Naturschutz, ländlicher Entwicklung und Armutsbekämpfung. Dem Bericht zufolge befinden sich die Hegegebiete in diesen Regionen noch auf einem grundlegenden Entwicklungsniveau. Sie verfügen nicht über ausreichende Kapazitäten, um die Standards für Jagdhegegebiete zu erfüllen oder professionelle Jagdpläne zu entwickeln und umzusetzen. Die meisten Einnahmen stammen weiterhin aus der Trophäenjagd, was die Vorteile für die Gemeinden begrenzt, da das Management der Hegegebiete oft wenig Erfahrung aufweist. Die Hegegebiete haben sich noch nicht ausreichend auf neue wirtschaftliche Möglichkeiten und Produkte am Markt eingestellt, heißt es im Bericht. Und dann machen wir weiter mit einem umstrittenen Thema, nämlich die Sandwich Harbour-Konzession. Das Umwelt- und Tourismusministerium hat bestätigt, dass die lang erwartete Konzession für Sandwich Harbour nun umgesetzt werden kann. Das Ausschreibungsverfahren ist abgeschlossen und auch eine gerichtliche Anfechtung wurde erklärt. Die Konzession wurde an Sandwich Dune Tours und Safari vergeben, ein Unternehmen von Kenneth Kapitako Napenda. Sie beginnt offiziell am 1. April 2026 und gilt für 25 Jahre. Das Ministerium hatte die Ausschreibung am 28. März 2024 veröffentlicht, um einen privaten Betreiber für den Zugang und die Dienstleistungen an diesem ökologisch sensiblen Standort zu finden. Die Angebotsfrist endete am 24. Mai 2024. Obwohl die Vergabe vor Gericht angefochten wurde, konnte das Verfahren rechtlich abgeschlossen werden. Laut Vereinbarungen übernimmt der Konzessionär das Management des Eingangstors. Er betreibt einen nicht dauerhaften Kiosk und sorgt für die Instandhaltung der sanitären Anlagen. Außerdem begleitet er selbstfahrende Touristen, die nicht von registrierten Reiseveranstaltern geführt werden. Darüber hinaus betreut er Clubaktivitäten wie Amarok, Jeep und BMW-Ausflüge. Pro Besucher wird eine feste Konzessionsgebühr erhoben. Zusätzlich darf innerhalb des Konzessionsgebiets Handel betrieben werden. Das Ministerium betont, dass weiterhin die regulären Parkeintritts- und Naturschutzgebühren gelten. Diese liegen derzeit bei 50 Namibia-Dollar für Namibier, 100 für SADC-Bürger und 150 für internationale Besucher. Hinzu kommen eine zusätzliche Gebühr des Konzessionärs, 40 für Namibier, 80 für SADC-Bürger und 120 Namibia-Dollar für internationale Gäste. Damit belaufen sich die Gesamtkosten auf 100 Namibia-Dollar, 180 und bzw. 270 pro Person. Das Ministerium hält das Verfahren für transparent und rechtskonform. Bei einem kürzlich in Swakopmund abgehaltenen Treffen äußerten jedoch mehrere Tourveranstalter Bedenken. Sie argumentieren, dass eine 25-jährige exklusive Konzession an einem einzelnen Anbieter den fairen Wettbewerb beeinträchtige und den bislang üblichen selbstorganisierten Zugang für Selbstfahrer einschränkte. Und damit kommen wir zu unseren wunderschönen Reisezielen.
Paparazzi Namibia Trails and Safaris. Namibia, where deserts whisper, oceans breathe, and every journey becomes a story worth telling. September is not a date, it's an invitation to feel, to wonder, to remember. Every horizon has a heartbeat. Not just places, stories, sunsets, soul. Our trails aren't on maps. They shine in starlight. You'll come for the pictures. You'll leave with a story. Journeys don't end, they awaken the soul. Come as a visitor, leave as a storyteller.
Komfort und Entspannung bietet das Linda Guesthouse in Windhoek. Im Video stellt Rezeptionistin Claudia Hifikwa-Shetekela die angebotenen Dienstleistungen vor und erläutert, welche Veranstaltungen dort ausgerichtet werden.
I am Claudia Hifikwa-Shetekela. I am a receptionist at the Linda Guesthouse in Windhoek North. Linda Guesthouse is a guest house in Windhoek North. It's situated in number 3 Johnson Street, next to Central Hospital, maternity gate. It's a 1.7 mile from Namib and 1.8 miles from National Theatre of Namibia. At Linda Guest House, we have 13 rooms that we accommodate our guests. Our rates per night is 460 for a single room when there is only one person in a room, and there's 650 per night for a double room when it's two people in a room or two people sharing the room, fair to say. So a 460 of a single room, it's a price for accommodation only. Breakfast is not included, even though we cater for breakfast as well. But breakfast is optional. It's $80 per person. So for a single room, for someone to book a single room with a breakfast included, then it will be a 540 with breakfast and the 810 for a double room with breakfast. Our rooms are self-contained rooms. They are equipped with a free Wi-Fi, a coffee station whereby there's a coffee, teas and sugars, and a kettle in a room. There's a DSTV, a 4-booking DSTV, a fridge, an aircon, and we always have water available. We do have a free parking area available, and most of our clients are Angolians. The good thing of Linda Guest House is that it's situated next to the hospital, and when most of our clients, especially those that are coming from Angola, they used to come here for hospital purposes. We are also, the good thing with us is also that we are close to the road and we are almost close to the CBD. Or you can call us at 061 211 790 for your reservations.
Ein Besuch im Hotel Prinzessin Rupprecht in Swakopmund, einem Haus, das bewegte Geschichte mit besonderer Fürsorge verbindet. Geschäftsführerin Monika von Wietersheim von Prinzessin Rupprecht Heim Foundation Trust spricht über die historische Bedeutung des außergewöhnlichen Gebäudes und seine Entwicklung im Laufe der Jahre.
To be able to tell a little bit about this place. I think this is a very special place. It started off as a hospital, and many people were hospitalized coming from the central parts of Namibia. That was early previous century. People who could not be medicated to, like asthmatic people, malaria patients, and in that time, you must remember, we didn't have tarred roads. Yes. So only the only reliable communication or transport was the railway. Right. Where the hotel and entertainment center was, that was a train station. Yes. Yes. So yes, the people were hospitalized here, and that was all initiated by the Red Cross Society. And the Red Cross Society had a subdivision that was the Schwesternschaft Übersee. And this Schwesternschaft Übersee meant all the nurses, the registered nurses, were registered under that and also cared for under that organization.
Okay.
Yes, and at the beginning we had theaters, so where the people could be operated. We even had a maternity ward, and then Antonio's hospital, they carried on with the maternity ward and later gave it back to Prinzessin Rupprecht, and that is where our frail care is at the moment. I will also tell you a little bit about the whole concept of our enterprise. So we care for people here who are over 60 and 65, and they are living on full board here, and they can come and go as they wish.
Yes.
Of course, we have our rules and regulations.
Of course,
Yes.
very important.
To keep them safe. And we also have the frail care. So, and the idea is that the hotel supports these two sections.
beautiful.
Yes, yes. We have in the main building, in the historical building, we have 11 rooms. We, of which are 2 single rooms and the rest are double rooms. And we also have 5 family rooms, which is really nice. You know, the parents have their section, and then we have these bunk beds, so they can come with 3 children. And they live comfortably in that area because the rooms are so spacious. We still have the wooden floors. Yes, yes. And outside, we have a little mini flat, which is also very, very comfortable because there is the children's room. It's secluded, you know, from the parents, which is also nice. Yes. And for us, it is important if we get guests from outside Swakopmund, we want them to feel very comfortable, and you know, so that they can really hang out and do what they please, and have a real good time here in Swakopmund, and especially at Hotel Prinzessin Rupprecht.
Exactly.
Yes.
3 wunderschöne Reiseziele hatten wir für euch. Wir machen weiter mit unserer Rubrik Auf den Punkt gebracht.
Biltong and Bites. A true taste of Namibia only at Biltong and Bites. Whether you're a tourist exploring our beautiful country or a local who loves authentic flavors, Biltong and Bites is a must-visit Namibian attraction. Award-winning biltong, drowas, processed beef products, ripened steaks, farm-fresh lamb, springbok pies, sourdough bread, biltong cakes, hampers, and more. All proudly Namibian. Quality and freshness guaranteed, it's what sets us apart. Taste Namibia. We vacuum seal for international travel and export purposes. Take home a piece of tradition. Visit our shop today or order via WhatsApp or email.
Tourismus spricht mit Victoria Keding, Mitgründerin und Geschäftsführerin des Namib Desert Environmental Education Trust, kurz NADET, über die Arbeit der Organisation in Umweltbildung und Nachhaltigkeit in Namibia. Dabei wird auch das neue Urban Sustainability Center in Swakopmund vorgestellt.
My name is Victoria Keding. I'm the co-founder and executive director of NADET, which is the Namib Desert Environmental Education Trust. And we are a non-profit organization operating in Namibia already for 23 years.
Oh, wow.
And we are just recently opened our second environmental education center here in Swakopmund, called the NADET Urban Sustainability Center.
Okay. You say you're second, so where's the first?
The first one is on the Namib Nature Reserve in the Hardap region, which is actually quite well known, NADET Center.
Okay. All right. So just tell us what is NADET all about?
NADET is really here to educate people about the environment. We need to protect our natural resources for this generation as well as the future. And the best way to do that is through hands-on environmental education. Mm-hmm. We don't just teach about it, but we actually practice sustainability. We look at how to save energy, water, how to manage our waste better, but also how to develop an environmental ethic.
Yeah, I see behind you. We can't see it in the video, but there's actually, we practice what we teach. Now, we in this house, it was recently opened. You used to be down close to the jetty. Tell us what this house is all about. It's very colorful. There's lovely rooms. We're gonna have kids here. There are posters all over the place. It looks special. Tell us what it's all about.
Yeah. So the concept behind the Urban Sustainability Center is actually to have a model eco-house. So it's not about how the house itself is built, but actually how we live inside of our homes. So this eco-house has, for example, a living room that doesn't have a typical TV, but actually there's an experiment that you can do to see how much electricity is wasted when you leave things plugged in, called vampire appliances. You're not actually using them, but they're sucking your electricity, and thus you're paying for it. And we have to produce more electricity, putting a greater demand on the country.
Yeah.
Also examples like your clothing, right? This is a big urban issue. People, of course, want to look good and might spend a lot of money on their clothes. And some of our clothes is actually very harmful to the environment. And most people never really consider, where does their clothes come from? What is it made from? Who actually produced it? Right? So there we also look at natural and unnatural or human-made clothing, for example.
Okay.
And another part of the eco house is looking at water and how we can save water by using different water equipment, for example, in a shower. So they do a 3-day program.
Yeah.
So it's Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and it's 3 full days. They have their own transport to get here. Right now we have a funder, but we're certainly looking for new funders as well. And then throughout the 3 programs, they're basically learning about energy, water, waste, sustainability, but also biodiversity. And one of the fun things we do on the last day, on the Thursday, is we actually go with them and walk around Swakopmund, and we search for the Sustainable Development Goals,
Okay.
which are up here.
Oh, wow.
Right? But these are some of the things that we are then looking for in town. So they learn about the concepts the first 2 days in the class, linked to their curriculum, and then we go, of course we use the center as well.
Yeah.
Then they go into Swakopmund so they can actually apply it to reality. And that's what we mean by we practice what we teach, because down in the desert and the Nadit Center, there we are doing things like solar cooking, and the children, they live there for the week. But here, kids go home at 4 o'clock. So when we talk about practicing what we teach here, we're also using Swakopmund as our model.
Yeah. We in this classroom now. Tell us about this whole area.
Okay, yeah. So I think maybe the entire center actually has 2 parts to it. So there's the day visitors section to the center, and that includes the Exploring Namibia room, where we saw the great we can see the great interactive mural, and also the relief map of Namibia that shows our resources. And it has the eco house, which is basically it's a 2-room house exploring our food, our energy. It has a kitchen, right? It has the bathroom, it has all of the different stations. And then, so all of that is open to the general public. They can come anytime for a visit. And then we have the program area. And the program area, of course, uses the day visitor center, but then it also has this beautiful classroom. We have a little eco kitchen where we are serving also snacks for our program participants. And
Healthy snacks?
Of course, healthy snacks. Yeah. No, for example, you can, instead of eating a cupcake, right, that's full of sugar and has frosting, you can eat a healthy muffin where the sugar comes from things like raisins and dates and carrots. Those are all actually healthy things that also give a nice sweet taste.
Yeah. All right. Then.
Yeah. And then outside we have a biodiversity garden where we have now planted only indigenous trees and bushes and succulents. And of course, we're now waiting for these things to grow. But this is also a big part, is for us to actually value our own biodiversity and not just always plant exotic species.
Yeah.
So, and we don't have, in the future, we are also still looking to install a solar system. And also to have an urban food garden, because I think that's a big part of also sustainability, is making sure we produce our own food.
So anybody can come here. When are you open? Does it cost anything? How does it work?
Yeah. So the Day Visitor Center is open from Mondays to Fridays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And there's a small admissions fee. It's very nominal. For the school programs or for teacher programs, right? Because the programs that we offer, those are open also, but they must be done with a pre-booking that we can also prepare and have staff available to work with the group.
Okay.
And those ones either are sponsored or we can provide you a quote for that.
Yeah. And how important or what impact does this project have on, or what impact has it had already on, let's say, education system, awareness creation, maybe even municipal level, government level, and so forth?
I think it's such an excellent question because I think the impact is really multi-level. So school children that have taken part in an Adit Center program, many of them, they go back to their class and even just perform better at school because they now have a motivation and an understanding of concepts that they previously only had abstract, and now it is actually concise for them. We also have a teacher professional development program called Teach for ESD that also utilizes both of our centers. And here we are training teachers. We've already trained over 400 teachers in the country. And those teachers, of course, have then worked with the teachers at their schools and with the school children. So we've reached over 200,000 school children through the teachers.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about a 1-hour event. We're talking about a teacher who is working continuously with kids at his or her own school through an environmental club, changing school policies, implementing recycling programs, also planting trees, food gardens. So I think really one of the biggest things is not just actually wanting to do something, but really doing something for the school and improving the school environments. And it's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
So I think on another level, because of the snowball effect, Nadit has also worked very hard to support the government in order to develop policy. So since actually 2019, Namibia has a national environmental education policy. And the custodian of the policy is the Ministry of Environment. And so I think through this policy, it also gives the foundation and the mandate for all the ministries to take action and to allow resources to be allocated towards education for the environment.
Second last question. Obviously, this can also be a tourism attraction. Tourists probably come in and see how this compares to their country. I don't know. Yeah?
Definitely. I think it's one of the things we would hope, that we will have also more tourists, local or overseas tourists, who also come and see the Day Visitor Center and just see what we are doing here in Namibia, because I think it's important that we share our work internationally.
Yeah.
It's open for everybody.
Your ultimate vision for a tangible vision for Namibia, your impact for Namibia, what do you see?
I see this as on different scales. So in a school setting, for example, environment is taught as a cross-curricular subject. It's already actually in the curriculum, but that people know what this means and they do it. Environmental days are celebrated by all schools. Maybe they have environmental clubs. That government has allocated resources that children can always get access to transport, so they could go and visit heritage sites in Namibia, be it the Brandberg or Etosha or Waterberg, right? These should not be exclusive places for tourists. They should be accessible to all Namibians, right? So on that level, I also envision that on a local level, that municipalities are actually also implementing the Sustainable Development Goals, that we have good waste management, that we are taking care of our water resources. Every time there's drought, we panic, then it rains, then we think it's okay. But this is not long-term planning, right? So of course we need to increase the access to resources for all Namibians, but as we have more people, we need to actually think about how are we going to then decrease the amount of resource we need per thing that we do.
Okay.
Right. So these are the vision that I have for the country, is that this is integrated in national government and local government, that you actually walk and feel sustainability as you live every day.
A way of life.
Yeah, it's a way of life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ja, Nadit ist für mich ein wunderschönes Thema, um diese Episode abzurunden. Und genau das machen wir jetzt. Nächsten Samstag gibt es dann eine neue Folge. Bis dahin, bleibt neugierig, bleibt reisefreudig und gesund.